stories to read as well.
They are great stories. But he's a slightly scary man as well, isn't he? I mean, you say he's charming, but there's something about him which is
well, he is bordering on the sociopathic. He's slightly... You know, there is something very dangerous in his obsession, and he takes, I think, both Watson and him into a very dangerous realm of London, where everything opens up into a war zone. I mean, it is a battle, and I think that's part of the attraction that they have to each other, is that I offer Watson a way back into life which is a little bit more interesting than his non-military career. You know.
I was very interested in your role in this, Ronnie, because a lot of people still think of you really through The Office, which was your great breakthrough role, and this is a this is a much graver, darker kind of role. I just wondered, which must be attractive, presumably.
It is. I mean, I think, you know, every actor that we speak to or hear of wants to play sort of dark occasionally, or play villains or whatever. And even though Watson's obviously not a villain, he's got a serious side to him. And I'm you know, I mean, to be honest, I've been playing that sort of thing on and off anyway. It's just that this has kind of got. Thank God it's got a spotlight bit.
I mean, that moment when your parents arrived, I was at the screening at the BFI, and there was just like a huge sea of warmth that kind of got over people.
Yeah, it was getting hot. It was getting hot. No, sorry, that was crude. We talked about this before. I'm going to leave the jokes to Martin. It's much better that way.
Oh, Christ.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I say well done.
Thank you. Whoa,
well done,
Smaug alert.
Yeah.
What was that?
That's terrific.
Well, I hope it's not a flash in the pan, you know. I hope it's not a sort of a thing. It should just be whatever is good telly. And,
exactly.
Yeah, it should, hopefully we're not a charity case.
That's what's lovely about us being here, is that, you know, we're very proud of the quality of it, and it's fantastic it's being recognised here. So,
no, we're very proud.
Great to be in this group.
Must have been an odd atmosphere shooting it, like, you know, Martin and Ben, when you were out there. I mean, the crowds were massive, weren't they? I'd just be sitting on Twitter and people would be tweeting pictures of massive Beatlemania crowds standing and watching you. So it basically became almost like a theatre performance while you were filming.
Yeah, yes, it did.
And is that weird?
It was like being at a premiere, wasn't it? It was like being at a premiere and running lines.
Yeah.
It was odd. It was like not like doing a play and not like filming either. It was a new genre of acting.
What did I do in my day's work genre of acting? Because
they do tend to be mostly going in and out of Baker Street rather than huge involved scenes, which does help.
Yeah.
And what are those crowds like? Describe what it's like kind of when you get there. I mean, is it quiet respectfulness? Is the squeeing? Is the throwing of items? Is it kind of what?
No. I want you to describe the crowd.
Tell us what you saw. Show us on the doll. What happened?
Well, do you know what? Incredibly respectful, very, very tolerant and understanding of the filming process, and just amazingly happy to be tolerant of us. Yeah, just really tolerant of us. No, but really happy to be there. And you know, if there was a problem with rubbish or noise or any kind of crowd-orientated behaviour, then they're very responsive and good to
It was like those.
It's easy to correspond with them.
Sherlock is filmed before a live studio audience.
Yeah, it was a bit like that. It is a bit like street theatre.
I was standing behind the monitor with Jeremy, and there was this enormous noise, and he said, "What happened?" I said, "Martin just opened a packet of crisps."
Let's time. Yes, throw them to the right in the front, in the middle of the front row. There'll be a mic on its way so we can all hear you.
Coming off the last series with such great popularity and the great chemistry between John and Sherlock, how hard was it to kind of bring that chemistry back to life with this new season?
I don't think the chemistry is hard, because I've said over and over again that we can't take any credit for the chemistry. That's just luck. It's good luck or bad luck, whether you have it or you don't. We have to work at doing the stuff, but it really helps when you get those scripts through. There's nothing more pleasurable, I think, than, every actor wants the next script they get to be fantastic, and we're in a very lucky position that we, every once in a while we do a series where there's 3 scripts that are all fantastic, and it's genuinely exciting to do. So it didn't feel for me like you got to work at that because we know each other now, and we know what the drill is, and we know how the deal works, But within that, of course, you still have to work hard, like you do with every job. But I think we know our way around it now.
I found it a lot easier this time than the second time, not because of any chemical reasons or whatever, but because of just, I don't know, the first gap between the first and the second was
a little bit weird. I mean, I remember staring at you on the first day going, oh yeah, I saw you on the television 2 years ago being rather good in something in the summer. In the summer. That changed. I don't know, yeah, no, it was much easier this time, much easier, which I was slightly wary of. I thought, oh, am I getting a bit too comfortable, and the things we have to shift a little bit. That's my biggest fear, actually, is really it being sometimes too easy because of the scripts, because of what we've already established and how we work together. And I kind of go, well, you know, we've got to keep evolving it and developing it and you know, rethinking it. But we'll manage that for the next lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think part of the thing that I'm sure we're all mindful of, from every department of us is mindful of, I guess, is not playing your reviews, you know? Of not kind of, because, you know, when we first did this, we filmed it 4 years ago, there were no reviews, and people seemed to quite like what we did, and we did that with no hindsight, with no knowledge about oh yeah, they'll like it if we do this, or I think I'll try this because I liked it when my eyes did that. Nothing like that, do you know what I mean? It's very hard to do this now. Well, it's impossible now to do it in a vacuum and pretend this isn't, you know, a successful show. Thank God it is. But I think it's a good, you know, my inner Catholic wants me to be rigorous and, you know, strict about being the way that we were 4 years ago.
Protestant.
Yeah.
The same. Maybe not quite as strict, but still, yeah.
Ah, you're pussies.